Pineal Gland, written and published by Ngasline. In the sacred temples of ancient civilizations and the cutting-edge laboratories of modern neuroscience lies a mysterious endocrine gland that has captivated mystics, philosophers, and scientists alike. The pineal gland, often referred to as the third eye or seat of the soul. This pine cone-shaped structure, nestled deep within the brain's geometry, stands at the intersection of physical biology and metaphysical exploration, where measurable biochemical processes dance with age-old wisdom about consciousness expansion. From the Egyptians who revered it in their hieroglyphs to René Descartes, who declared it the principal seat of the soul, the pineal gland emerges as a biological enigma that potentially holds the key to states of consciousness beyond our ordinary perception. Modern research has revealed its role in producing DMT, dimethyltryptamine, and regulating our circadian rhythms, while ancient traditions speak of it as a crystalline antenna capable of connecting human consciousness to higher dimensions of reality. Lesson 1. Your third eye waits to be awakened within. Deep within the human brain, nestled in a tiny groove between the two hemispheres, lies one of the most mysterious and powerful organs in our body, the pineal gland. This small pine cone-shaped structure, no larger than a grain of rice, has captivated the minds of spiritual seekers, scientists, and philosophers for millennia. Often referred to as the third eye or the seat of the soul, the pineal gland serves as both a physical endocrine organ and a gateway to higher states of consciousness. The physical location of the pineal gland is particularly fascinating, as it sits almost perfectly centered in the brain, level with the space between our eyebrows, the exact location where many ancient traditions place the mystical third eye. This positioning is no coincidence, as the pineal gland contains light-sensitive cells similar to those found in our retinas. These specialized cells help regulate our circadian rhythms and produce vital hormones, including melatonin and potentially dimethyltryptamine, DMT, often called the spirit molecule. Throughout human history, virtually every major civilization has recognized the significance of this tiny gland. Ancient Egyptians depicted it in their art and hieroglyphs, often representing it as the Eye of Horus. Hindu traditions speak of the Ajna chakra, or third eye chakra, as the center of intuition and spiritual wisdom. The Greeks considered it to be our connection to the realms of thought, while René Descartes dubbed it the principal seat of the soul. The pineal gland's biological function is equally remarkable. It serves as our body's internal clock, responding to light and dark cycles through the eye's optic nerves. When darkness falls, the pineal gland begins producing melatonin, helping regulate our sleep-wake cycles and maintaining our natural biological rhythms. This connection to light and darkness extends beyond simple sleep regulation. It influences our seasonal patterns, emotional states, and potentially our ability to access higher states of consciousness. In many spiritual traditions, the awakening of the third eye is considered a crucial step in spiritual development. This process is said to open up awareness beyond the physical realm, enabling intuitive wisdom, psychic abilities, and direct spiritual experience. Modern research has begun to shed light on these ancient claims, revealing that the pineal gland contains water crystals that could potentially respond to electromagnetic fields, suggesting a possible mechanism for extra sensory perception. The gland's ability to synthesize DMT, though still debated in scientific circles, adds another layer to its mystical reputation. DMT is a powerful psychedelic compound found naturally in many plants and animals, known for inducing profound spiritual experiences. Some researchers propose that the pineal gland may release significant amounts of DMT during birth, death, and deep meditative states, potentially explaining many reported mystical and near-death experiences. Our modern world, however, poses unique challenges to pineal gland function. Exposure to artificial light, particularly blue light from electronic devices, can disrupt its natural rhythms. Environmental toxins, especially fluoride, can accumulate in the pineal gland, potentially calcifying and diminishing its function. Yet, despite these challenges, The pineal gland maintains its potential as a bridge between physical and spiritual realms, waiting to be awakened and restored to its full capacity. As we begin this exploration of the pineal gland, we stand at the threshold of understanding both its physical importance and its potential role in expanding human consciousness. This tiny organ represents a fascinating convergence of science and spirituality, offering insights into how we might access higher states of awareness while remaining grounded in our physical existence. The journey to awakening the third eye is both an ancient pursuit and a modern adventure in understanding human potential. Lesson 2. Silence opens the door to inner sight. In our modern world filled with constant noise and stimulation, we have forgotten the profound power of silence. The ancient masters knew that stillness was not merely the absence of sound, but a gateway to deeper consciousness and heightened awareness through the pineal gland. This tiny organ, sensitive to both external and internal environments, responds profoundly to periods of genuine quiet. The relationship between silence and pineal gland function is both delicate and profound. Research has shown that exposure to consistent noise pollution can disrupt the natural rhythms of the pineal gland, affecting its ability to produce crucial hormones like melatonin. The constant bombardment of sound in urban environments creates a state of subtle stress that inhibits the gland's optimal function. This interference extends beyond physical effects, impacting our capacity for inner awareness and spiritual connection. Creating spaces of silence in our daily lives becomes increasingly important for those seeking to activate and enhance their pineal function. This doesn't necessarily mean complete acoustic isolation, but rather cultivating moments of peaceful quietude where the nervous system can settle and the pineal gland can reset its natural patterns. Even short periods of intentional silence can begin to counteract the effects of our noisy world. The practice of silence takes many forms. Some find it through early morning meditation before the world awakens. Others create silent sanctuaries within their homes, free from electronic devices and external disturbances. The key lies not in the method, but in the consistency of practice. Regular exposure to silence allows the pineal gland to recalibrate and strengthen its natural functions. Sound pollution affects the pineal gland through various mechanisms. The constant processing of noise requires energy from our system that could otherwise be directed toward more subtle awareness. Additionally, the stress response triggered by persistent noise can lead to hormonal imbalances that directly impact pineal function. Understanding these connections helps us appreciate why cultures throughout history have emphasized silence in their spiritual practices. Traditional societies often incorporated silent retreats and periods of quiet contemplation into their spiritual disciplines. These weren't merely cultural practices, but sophisticated methods for activating higher consciousness through the pineal gateway. In silence, the electrical activity of the brain shifts, allowing for deeper states of awareness to emerge. This shift creates optimal conditions for pineal activations, for pineal activation, and the production of consciousness-altering compounds within the brain. Developing a relationship with silence requires patience and practice. Beginning with just 5 minutes of intentional quiet can reveal how unused we are to genuine stillness. As this practice develops, many report enhanced sensory awareness, improved intuition, and a growing sense of inner peace. These effects are directly related to the pineal gland's increased activity in conditions of silence. The quality of silence also matters. Natural environments offer a different kind of quiet than artificial settings. The subtle sounds of nature, gentle wind, distant birds, rustling leaves, create a harmonious backdrop that supports rather than disturbs pineal function. This explains why many spiritual traditions emphasize retreats in natural settings for deeper practice and awakening. For those serious about developing their pineal potential, creating a daily practice of silence becomes essential. This might involve waking before dawn when the world is naturally quieter, finding secluded spaces in nature, or creating a dedicated quiet room for practice. The key is consistency and gradual expansion of these silent periods. As we cultivate silence in our lives, we begin to notice subtle changes in our perception and awareness. Colors might appear more vivid, intuitive insights more frequent, and our sense of connection to something larger than ourselves more tangible. These experiences reflect the awakening of the pineal gland's latent abilities, gradually revealed through the simple yet profound practice of silence. Lesson 3. Ancient wisdom knew what science now proves. Throughout human history, ancient civilizations possessed profound insights into the pineal gland's significance, often referring to it as the mystical third eye or the seat of the soul. These ancestral cultures, despite lacking modern scientific equipment, developed sophisticated understanding and practices centered around this tiny but powerful gland. Today, contemporary research increasingly validates many of these ancient teachings, creating a fascinating bridge between timeless wisdom and modern science. In ancient Egypt, the pineal gland was represented by the Eye of Horus, a symbol of divine sight and spiritual illumination. Egyptian mystics developed specific practices to activate this inner eye, including specialized breathing techniques and sacred geometrical meditations that science now shows can influence brainwave patterns and consciousness states. The hieroglyphic depictions of the pineal gland closely mirror its actual anatomical structure, suggesting a deep understanding of its physical form. Ancient Indian traditions spoke extensively about the Ajna chakra, or third eye center, corresponding to the pineal gland's location. Yogic texts describe this energy center as the gateway to higher consciousness and detailed specific practices for its activation. Modern research has discovered that many of these traditional practices, such as specific breathing patterns and meditation techniques, directly influence pineal function and melatonin production. Traditional Chinese medicine recognized the pineal region as a crucial energy point, referring to it as the upper Dan Tian. Their understanding of its connection to circadian rhythms and seasonal changes aligns remarkably well with current scientific knowledge about the pineal gland's role in regulating our biological cycles. Ancient Chinese texts described exercises and energy practices that modern studies show can affect pineal function and hormonal balance. Greek philosophers, particularly Descartes, identified the pineal gland as the principal seat of the soul. While this philosophical perspective was once dismissed as mere speculation, neuroscience now reveals the pineal gland's crucial role in consciousness and perception. The gland's unique position in the brain, centered between the two hemispheres, supports its role as a potential bridge between physical and mental processes. Recent scientific discoveries have revealed several remarkable properties of the pineal gland that ancient traditions long proclaimed. Research has confirmed that the gland contains photoreceptor cells similar to those found in our external eyes, validating ancient claims about its light-sensitive properties. Studies have also identified the presence of DMT dimethyltryptamine in the pineal gland, a compound that ancient shamanic traditions associated with mystical experiences and expanded consciousness. The ancient understanding of the pineal gland's relationship to light and darkness has been validated by modern chronobiology. Traditional practices of dark room retreats and light therapy, used for thousands of years to activate the pineal gland, are now scientifically proven to influence melatonin production and altered states of consciousness. Archaeological evidence from various ancient cultures shows architectural designs specifically created to influence pineal gland activation through light exposure and acoustic resonance. Modern acoustic research confirms that specific sound frequencies can affect pineal function, supporting the ancient use of chanting, singing bowls, and other sonic practices. The convergence of ancient wisdom and modern science regarding the pineal gland continues to expand. New research regularly uncovers evidence supporting traditional knowledge about this remarkable organ. From its role in circadian rhythms to its influence on consciousness states, the pineal gland represents a fascinating intersection of ancient insight and scientific discovery. As we delve deeper into understanding the pineal gland's functions, we find ourselves returning to many of the practices our ancestors developed. This marriage of ancient wisdom and modern science offers a comprehensive approach to understanding and activating our innate potential for higher consciousness through the gateway of the pineal gland. Lesson 4. Natural rhythms activate deeper awareness. Our bodies are inherently linked to the rhythms of nature, and the pineal gland serves as our internal timekeeper, orchestrating the delicate dance between our biological functions and the natural world. This tiny gland responds to light and darkness, producing melatonin in patterns that align with Earth's day-night cycle, creating what scientists call our circadian rhythm. The pineal gland's relationship with natural cycles extends far beyond simple sleep-wake patterns. As daylight diminishes, the pineal gland increases melatonin production, signaling our body to prepare for rest and regeneration. This process isn't just about sleep. It's a gateway to altered states of consciousness that our ancestors understood and utilized for spiritual practices and deep inner work. Seasonal changes significantly impact pineal gland function and our overall awareness. During winter months, when darkness prevails, the pineal gland produces more melatonin, naturally inducing states of introspection and heightened inner awareness. Many ancient cultures recognized this pattern and scheduled their most profound spiritual practices during these darker months, taking advantage of the pineal gland's enhanced activity. The moon's cycles also influence pineal function, creating monthly rhythms that affect consciousness and perception. Women particularly experience this connection through their natural hormone cycles, which often synchronize with lunar phases when living away from artificial light. This synchronization demonstrates the deep connection between our internal biological rhythms and cosmic cycles. Our modern understanding of these natural rhythms has revealed that the pineal gland produces other important compounds besides melatonin. These substances fluctuate with natural cycles and can influence our perception, creativity, and spiritual awareness. The production of these compounds peaks during specific times of the day and year, creating windows of opportunity for enhanced consciousness and spiritual experience. Living in harmony with these natural rhythms can dramatically enhance pineal gland function and, consequently, our access to higher states of consciousness. This means rising with the sun, resting when darkness falls, and allowing our bodies to adjust to seasonal changes naturally. People who align themselves with these patterns often report improved intuition, clearer dreams, and more frequent experiences of expanded awareness. Temperature variations throughout the day and seasons also affect pineal function. The gland responds to these changes by adjusting hormone production, which in turn influences our state of consciousness. Traditional practices like early morning meditation take advantage of these natural fluctuations, as the pineal gland is particularly active during the pre-dawn hours. The Earth's electromagnetic field provides another rhythm that influences pineal function. This field fluctuates daily and seasonally, and the pineal gland, rich in magnetite crystals, responds to these changes. Ancient peoples built their sacred sites and timed their ceremonies to align with these electromagnetic patterns, understanding intuitively what science now confirms through measurement. By working with rather than against these natural cycles, we can optimize our pineal gland function and enhance our access to higher consciousness. This means creating daily routines that respect our biological rhythms, spending time in nature to recalibrate our internal clocks, and paying attention to seasonal changes in our energy levels and consciousness. The pineal gland's response to natural rhythms offers a pathway to deeper awareness that doesn't require complex techniques or special equipment, simply aligning with nature's cycles. This alignment allows us to access states of consciousness that are our natural birthright, but have been largely forgotten in our modern, artificially lit world. Through conscious attention to these rhythms and strategic adjustment of our daily patterns, we can enhance our pineal gland's function and open ourselves to expanded states of awareness and perception. Lesson 5. The mind's eye sees beyond physical limits. The human capacity for perception extends far beyond our physical senses, and the pineal gland plays a crucial role in accessing these extended abilities. Throughout history, individuals have reported experiences that transcend ordinary sensory perception, from prophetic dreams to inexplicable knowing. Modern research has begun to validate what mystics and spiritual practitioners have long understood, that consciousness can operate beyond the confines of our physical bodies. Remote viewing, a phenomenon extensively studied by government agencies and research institutions, demonstrates the mind's ability to perceive distant locations and events without physical presence. These studies have shown statistically significant results that cannot be explained by chance alone. The pineal gland, acting as a transducer of subtle energies, appears to be instrumental in facilitating these experiences. When properly activated, it serves as a bridge between physical and non-physical realms of perception. Dreams represent another domain where the mind's eye operates beyond physical limitations. During sleep, when the pineal gland produces its highest levels of melatonin and potentially DMT, our consciousness often accesses information and experiences that transcend space and time. Precognitive dreams, where individuals receive glimpses of future events, have been documented throughout human history and across cultures. These experiences suggest that the pineal gland acts as a temporal antenna capable of receiving information from multiple time frames. Developing intuitive abilities requires understanding and working with the pineal gland's natural function. This process begins with recognizing subtle impressions and learning to distinguish between imagination and genuine intuitive insight. The practice of maintaining awareness during the hypnagogic state, the transitional period between wakefulness and sleep, can enhance these abilities. During this time, the pineal gland's activity shifts, creating optimal conditions for accessing expanded perception. Extrasensory perception manifests in various forms, from telepathic connections to empathic awareness of others' emotional states. Research has shown that individuals in close relationships often demonstrate unconscious synchronization of their physiological states, suggesting an underlying mechanism for emotional and mental connection. The pineal gland, with its electromagnetic sensitivity, may facilitate these subtle forms of communication between individuals. Visual, imagination, and visualization abilities are closely tied to pineal gland function. When we close our eyes and create mental images, we activate neural pathways connected to the pineal gland. Regular practice of visualization strengthens these pathways and enhances our capacity for non-physical perception. This includes the ability to perceive auras, energy fields, and subtle dimensions of reality that exist beyond ordinary sight. The development of these extended perceptual abilities requires patience and consistent practice. Initial experiences often come as fleeting impressions or subtle knowings that are easy to dismiss. By maintaining a journal of these experiences and correlating them with subsequent events, practitioners can build confidence in their expanding perceptual abilities. This documentation process helps establish patterns and validates the reality of non-physical perception. Scientific studies on presentiment and precognition have demonstrated that our nervous system often responds to future events before they occur. This suggests that consciousness operates non-locally, accessing information across time. The pineal gland, with its unique crystalline structure and sensitivity to electromagnetic fields, may serve as the biological apparatus for receiving and processing this non-local information. As we develop these abilities, it becomes essential to maintain a grounded approach. Extended perception should complement rather than replace physical senses and rational thinking. The goal is to integrate these expanded abilities into daily life, creating a more comprehensive and nuanced understanding of reality. Through conscious development of the mind's eye, we access deeper levels of wisdom and insight that enrich our human experience while maintaining connection to our physical existence. The journey of developing extended perception through pineal activation is both personal and universal. Each individual's experience unfolds uniquely, yet follows patterns recognized across cultures and traditions. By approaching this development with openness and discernment, we unlock natural abilities that have remained dormant in modern life, reconnecting with an essential aspect of our human potential. Lesson 6. Darkness reveals your inner light. In the depths of darkness lies a profound gateway to heightened consciousness and spiritual awakening. Ancient traditions have long recognized the transformative power of darkness, particularly in relation to pineal gland activation. The practice of dark retreat, where individuals spend extended periods in complete darkness, has been utilized for centuries across various spiritual traditions, from Tibetan Buddhism to indigenous ceremonies. The pineal gland's relationship with darkness is intrinsically linked to its role in producing dimethyltryptamine, dimethyltryptamine, DBIM, called the spirit molecule. In darkness, the pineal gland increases its production of this powerful compound, which many researchers believe is responsible for mystical experiences, vivid dreams, and expanded states of consciousness. This natural process explains why many spiritual practitioners have instinctively sought darkness as a tool for inner exploration. Dark retreat practices vary in duration, from short daily sessions to extended periods lasting weeks or months. The initial days in darkness often bring about a natural reset of the circadian rhythm, allowing the pineal gland to optimize its function. As the eyes adjust to the absence of light, many practitioners report enhanced sensory awareness, vivid internal imagery, and a deepening connection to their intuitive abilities. The practice of entering darkness intentionally creates a unique environment for the pineal gland to flourish. Without external light stimulation, the gland's natural rhythms can fully express themselves. This state often leads to increased melatonin production, which not only supports healthy sleep patterns, but also enhances the potential for meaningful dreams and spiritual experiences. The darkness becomes a canvas upon which the mind's eye can project its wisdom and insights. Nighttime activation techniques complement dark retreat practices. Simple exercises like practicing meditation just before sleep, when natural melatonin levels are rising, can amplify the pineal gland's activity. Some practitioners find success with gentle eye exercises performed in low-light conditions, helping to strengthen the connection between physical sight and inner vision. Understanding light sensitivity is crucial for those working with darkness practices. The pineal gland responds not only to the presence of light, but also to its quality and timing. Artificial light, particularly blue light from electronic devices, can disrupt the gland's natural rhythm. This knowledge has led to the development of specific protocols for transitioning between light and dark states, maximizing the benefits while minimizing potential disruption to the pineal gland's function. The relationship between darkness and inner illumination presents a beautiful paradox. As external light diminishes, internal light often grows stronger. Many practitioners report experiencing intense visual phenomena, described as internal light shows or geometric patterns during extended periods in darkness. These experiences, documented across cultures and throughout history, suggest a universal aspect to the relationship between darkness and expanded consciousness. Modern science is beginning to understand what ancient traditions have long known about the power of darkness. Research has shown that the absence of light triggers specific neurological processes that can enhance mental clarity, emotional processing, and spiritual awareness. The pineal gland's role in these processes appears to be central, acting as a bridge between physical and non-physical realms of experience. Working with darkness requires patience and proper preparation. Starting with short periods and gradually extending the duration allows for safe and sustainable practice. Creating a completely dark environment, free from even the smallest light sources, is essential for maximum benefit. This might involve careful preparation of a dedicated space or the use of specialized materials to ensure total darkness. The journey into darkness reveals that our inner light grows strongest when external distractions fade away. Through conscious engagement with darkness, we create optimal conditions for the pineal gland to express its full potential, opening doorways to expanded awareness and deeper self-understanding. This ancient practice continues to offer modern seekers a powerful tool for spiritual development and consciousness exploration. Lesson 7. Modern life dims our natural powers. In our fast-paced modern world, the natural functioning of our pineal gland faces unprecedented challenges. The very conveniences and technological advances that make our lives easier often work against our body's innate wisdom and natural rhythms. Understanding these challenges is the first step toward protecting and nurturing this vital endocrine gland. One of the most significant modern threats to pineal health comes from artificial lighting. Our ancestors lived by the natural cycles of day and night, but today we're surrounded by artificial light at all hours. The blue light emitted by our smartphones, tablets, computers, and LED lighting directly suppresses melatonin production by confusing our pineal gland about the time of day. This disruption extends far beyond sleep patterns, affecting our entire hormonal system and natural biorhythms. Environmental toxins present another serious challenge to pineal function. Fluoride, which is commonly found in municipal water supplies and dental products, has been shown to accumulate in the pineal gland, leading to calcification. This calcification can impair the gland's ability to produce melatonin and other important hormones. Similarly, heavy metals from industrial pollution, mercury from dental amalgams, and aluminum from various sources can accumulate in this sensitive tissue. The electromagnetic fields, EMF, generated by our wireless devices, cell phone towers, and electrical infrastructure create another layer of interference. While research is ongoing, studies suggest that EMF exposure can affect pineal function, potentially disrupting melatonin production and our natural circadian rhythms. The proliferation of 5G networks and increasing wireless connectivity means we're exposed to these fields more than ever before. Our modern diet also plays a role in diminishing pineal function. Processed foods, artificial additives, and pesticides can all contribute to inflammation and oxidative stress throughout the body, including the pineal gland. The lack of natural whole foods rich in antioxidants and essential nutrients deprives our body of the building blocks needed for optimal pineal health. Stress, perhaps the most pervasive modern challenge, significantly impacts pineal function. The constant pressure to be productive, always connected, and responsive to endless notifications keeps our nervous system in a state of chronic activation. This stress response can interfere with the natural production of pineal hormones and neurotransmitters. The separation from nature in urban environments further compounds these issues. Many people spend their days in artificial environments under artificial lighting, breathing recycled air, and disconnected from the natural rhythms that have guided human biology for millennia. This disconnection from nature's cycles directly impacts our pineal gland's ability to maintain proper biological timing. To protect and restore pineal function in modern life, we must take conscious steps to mitigate these influences, using blue light-blocking glasses in the evening, creating a dark sleeping environment, and establishing digital boundaries can help maintain natural circadian rhythms. Filtering water, choosing organic foods, and reducing exposure to environmental toxins can help prevent further calcification and damage to the pineal gland. Regular detoxification practices, whether through specific cleanses or regular consumption of detoxifying foods and herbs, can help remove accumulated toxins. Spending time in nature, especially during the transitions of dawn and dusk, can help reset our natural rhythms and support pineal function. Creating periods of electromagnetic sanctuary by turning off wireless devices and reducing exposure to artificial fields gives our pineal gland time to recalibrate. While we cannot completely escape the influences of modern life, awareness of these challenges allows us to make informed choices about our environment and lifestyle. By taking steps to protect our pineal gland from modern interference, we can maintain its vital function as a bridge between physical and higher consciousness, ensuring this ancient gateway remains open and active in our contemporary world. Lesson 8. Meditation unlocks forgotten abilities. The journey to awakening the pineal gland reaches a crucial milestone through the practice of meditation. This ancient discipline serves as a direct pathway to activating our dormant capabilities and accessing higher states of consciousness. Through consistent meditation practice, we can gradually remove the barriers that prevent our pineal gland from functioning at its optimal level. The foundation of pineal gland meditation begins with proper breathing techniques. Deep rhythmic breathing helps calm the nervous system and creates the ideal internal environment for pineal activation. The practice of alternate nostril breathing, known as nadi shodhana in yogic traditions, helps balance the left and right hemispheres of the brain while stimulating the area around the pineal gland. This breathing technique should be performed for at least 5 minutes before engaging in deeper meditation practices. Visualization plays a vital role in pineal gland activation. One powerful technique involves imagining a bright indigo light radiating from the center of your forehead, precisely where the third eye is located. As you maintain this visualization, allow the light to slowly pulse and expand, creating a sensation of gentle pressure in the pineal gland area. This practice helps stimulate the gland while developing your capacity for focused attention and inner sight. Progressive awareness training forms another essential aspect of pineal gland meditation. This involves systematically moving your attention through different areas of the brain, ultimately focusing on the precise location of the pineal gland. Start by bringing awareness to the base of your skull, slowly moving upward through the brainstem, and finally reaching the center of the brain where the pineal gland resides. This scanning technique helps establish a direct connection with the gland, while enhancing your overall sensitivity to subtle energies. Sound meditation, particularly using specific frequencies, can significantly impact pineal gland activation. The frequency of 936 Hz is traditionally associated with pineal gland awakening and be used during meditation sessions. Whether through sound recordings, crystal bowls, or vocal toning, these vibrations help stimulate the pineal gland and promote its optimal function. One particularly effective meditation technique involves combining darkness meditation with third eye awareness. This practice should be performed in a completely dark room or while wearing a comfortable eye mask. As you sit in darkness, direct your attention to the space between your eyebrows and slightly above. Maintain this focus while allowing any visual phenomena to arise naturally without attachment or expectation. The practice of void meditation, where one sits in complete mental silence, creates the perfect conditions for pineal gland activation. This advanced technique requires patience and persistence, as the mind naturally resists such stillness. Begin with short periods and gradually extend the duration as your capacity for mental silence grows. Body awareness meditation helps establish the connection between physical sensations and pineal gland activation. Pay attention to subtle energy movements, particularly in the head region, and note any unusual sensations, pressures, or tingling feelings that may arise during practice. These physical signs often indicate increased activity in the pineal gland area. Regular meditation practice should be maintained for optimal results, ideally at the same time each day to align with natural circadian rhythms. Early morning and evening sessions prove particularly effective, as these times correspond with natural peaks in pineal gland activity. Start with 15-minute sessions and gradually increase the duration as your practice deepens. Meditation for pineal gland activation is a gradual process that requires patience and dedication. The subtle changes and experiences that arise during practice should be observed with detachment and acceptance. Each person's journey is unique, and the manifestations of pineal activation may vary significantly from one individual to another. Trust in the process and maintain consistency in your practice, allowing the natural unfolding of your inner capacities to occur at its own pace. Through dedicated meditation practice, we can rediscover and reactivate the remarkable abilities that lie dormant within our pineal gland, opening doorways to expanded consciousness and deeper understanding of our true nature. Lesson 9. The body holds keys to cosmic connection. The profound connection between our physical body and higher consciousness is often overlooked in modern spiritual practices. Yet, the ancient wisdom traditions have always emphasized that the body serves as a sacred vessel for spiritual awakening, with the pineal gland acting as a bridge between our material and spiritual nature. This chapter explores the various physical practices and approaches that can enhance pineal gland function and facilitate deeper cosmic connection. Physical movement plays a crucial role in activating and maintaining optimal pineal gland function. Specific yoga postures, particularly those involving spinal twists and inversions, can stimulate blood flow to the brain and create subtle pressure changes that influence pineal activity. The practice of neck rolls and gentle head movements can help release tension in the areas surrounding the pineal gland. Traditional practices like Qigong and Tai Chi incorporate flowing movements that balance the body's energy systems and create conditions conducive to pineal activation. Nutrition represents another vital aspect of pineal health and activation. The foods we consume directly impact our gland's ability to function optimally. Dark, leafy greens provide essential minerals that support pineal health, while foods rich in tryptophan help boost melatonin production. Chlorella and spirulina can aid in detoxification processes, helping to remove calcification that may impair pineal function. Raw cacao, known for its high antioxidant content, contains compounds that may enhance pineal activity and support overall brain health. Strategic supplementation can also play a supportive role in pineal activation. Iodine, selenium, and zinc are particularly important minerals for pineal health. Vitamin D3 and 2 work synergistically to help prevent calcification of the pineal gland. Some practitioners advocate for the use of herbs like mugwort and blue lotus, which have traditionally been associated with third eye activation and enhanced spiritual perception. Energy work and bodywork techniques offer additional pathways for pineal activation. Practices such as Reiki and therapeutic touch can help clear energetic blockages and stimulate the flow of vital force through the body. Regular massage, particularly craniosacral therapy, can help release tension patterns that may impede pineal function. Acupuncture points associated with the third eye and crown chakras can be stimulated to enhance pineal activity. The practice of earthing or grounding connects us directly with the Earth's natural electromagnetic field, which can help regulate our biological rhythms and support pineal function. Walking barefoot on natural surfaces, spending time in nature, and engaging in outdoor activities can help reset our natural cycles and enhance our body's innate wisdom. Sound healing represents another powerful tool for physical activation of the pineal gland. Specific frequencies, particularly those associated with binaural beats and solfeggio frequencies, can create resonant vibrations that influence pineal function. Singing bowls, gongs, and other acoustic instruments can generate harmonics that penetrate deeply into the physical body and stimulate pineal activity. Breathwork serves as a fundamental bridge between physical practice and spiritual activation. Specific breathing techniques like alternate nostril breathing and breath retention exercises can create pressure changes in the cranial cavity that influence pineal function. The practice of pranayama can help balance the autonomic nervous system and create optimal conditions for pineal activation. The integration of these physical practices should be approached with patience and awareness. Each person's body responds differently to various techniques, and it's essential to listen to your own physical intelligence when developing a practice routine. Starting slowly and building gradually allows the body to adapt and prevents overwhelming the system. Regular practice of these physical techniques, combined with proper nutrition and supplementation, creates a strong foundation for pineal gland activation and enhanced cosmic connection. As the body becomes more refined and balanced through these practices, it becomes an increasingly effective instrument for higher consciousness exploration. The key lies in maintaining consistency while remaining attentive to the subtle changes and signals your body provides along the journey. Lesson 10. Higher consciousness starts with a tiny gland. The remarkable journey of pineal activation culminates in the understanding that this tiny gland, no larger than a grain of rice, holds immense potential for expanding human consciousness. As we integrate the various practices and knowledge shared throughout this book, it becomes evident that activating and maintaining optimal pineal function requires a holistic, dedicated approach that touches every aspect of daily life. The foundation of pineal optimization begins with establishing a consistent daily routine that honors both our biological rhythms and spiritual aspirations. Rising with the sun allows our pineal gland to naturally align with Earth's electromagnetic frequencies. Morning practices should include gentle stretching, deep breathing, and a few moments of meditation before engaging with the modern world's technological demands. This early period of conscious awareness sets the tone for enhanced pineal function throughout the day. Throughout your daily activities, maintain awareness of light exposure. Natural sunlight, especially during morning hours, helps regulate pineal function, while artificial blue light should be minimized, particularly as evening approaches. Installing blue light filters on digital devices and wearing amber-tinted glasses after sunset can protect your pineal gland's natural rhythms. Advanced practitioners often incorporate specific sound frequencies and vibrational practices into their routine. Binaural beats, particularly those in the theta range 4-7 high zoo, can stimulate pineal activity and facilitate deeper states of consciousness. Crystal singing bowls, tuned to specific frequencies, may also enhance pineal resonance when used during meditation or healing sessions. Nutrition plays a crucial role in long-term pineal development. A diet rich in tryptophan, the precursor to both serotonin and melatonin, supports optimal glandular function. Foods like pumpkin seeds, almonds, bananas, and fermented products can enhance pineal health. Some practitioners also incorporate specific herbs known to stimulate the pineal gland, such as mugwort, blue lotus, and passion flower, though these should be approached with careful research and potentially professional guidance. Physical practices that specifically target pineal activation can be gradually introduced into your routine. Inverted yoga poses, particularly headstands and shoulder stands, increase blood flow to the pineal region. These should be practiced with proper guidance and built up slowly over time. Specific mudra, hand positions, and bandhas, energy locks, from the yogic tradition can also direct energy toward the pineal center. As consciousness expands through consistent practice, many practitioners report experiencing spontaneous phenomena such as vivid dreams, enhanced intuition, or synchronicities. While these experiences can be exciting, it's essential to maintain a grounded approach and avoid becoming attached to supernatural occurrences. The true measure of progress lies in the steady development of awareness, compassion, and understanding rather than spectacular events. Some practitioners may feel called to explore more intensive practices such as extended periods of darkness or advanced meditation techniques. These should be undertaken only with proper preparation and preferably under the guidance of experienced teachers. The pineal gland responds best to gradual, consistent stimulation rather than forced or extreme measures. Regular detoxification supports long-term pineal health. This includes periodic fasting, which can help clear calcium deposits from the pineal gland, and specific chelation protocols to remove heavy metals. However, these practices should be approached with caution and preferably under professional supervision, as aggressive detoxification can sometimes do more harm than good. The path of pineal activation is ultimately a journey of balance between activity and rest, stimulation and calm, physical practices and spiritual awareness. Success comes not from forcing development, but from creating optimal conditions for natural awakening. As your pineal gland becomes more active, maintain awareness of your body's signals and adjust practices accordingly. This ancient gateway to higher consciousness opens most readily when approached with patience, respect, and consistent dedication to both physical and spiritual well-being.